Hey, I'm Matt McReynolds, based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Been in IT a little bit over 20 years now, so just wanted to spend a few minutes with you to discuss dynatrace and what we're doing in the marketplace today. I think more and more we talk about it. Digital transformation has been an industry buzzword for a long time. I mean, I recall working with some cities in Kansas City. We're actually working on scanning documents and digitizing them. So it's when I think about that digital transformation, it always brings me back to those days. But it's no secret that companies across all industries are under pressure to digitally transform as fast as possible. And in a recent study of over 700 CIOs, they confirmed 89% of them have seen digital transformation accelerated in this last year. I mean, think what COVID has done. It's forced us to use the technology that we use, but it's been widely more accepted now. It's not uncommon to be on a video call and have kids or dogs or whatever. I mean, we always had barking dogs on conference calls, but just across all verticals, from manufacturing to e-commerce, education to finance, every company is truly becoming a software company now. And if you think about what's underpinning all of it, it's the dynamic multi-clouds. We first started kind of taking movement to cloud with Microsoft, with email and calendaring, but now as we quickly move services into Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud Platform. The study shows that 80% of all these organizations are using cloud-native technologies and platforms like Kubernetes and microservices. And just the complexity of the modern cloud brings stretches to the teams to their limits. It creates gaps in security. It can slow innovation for companies to need to compete and thrive. The world's moved into everything is dynamic. Infrastructure and microservices, containers, it's all in constant motion, spinning up, spinning down. And this brings a scale of complexity that's far beyond what we've ever seen before. And the tools that the teams have been using up to this point, especially monitoring tools, were not designed in a dynamic environment and basically been rendered virtually useless. And the problem goes on just beyond the tools. With an ever-increasing volume, verity, velocity of data, we've reached a tipping point for where humans and dashboards can't keep up. And on top of that, the frequency of change is accelerating, which puts even more strain on existing approaches of observability, releases, and change management and security. And thanks to things like COVID, the applications that run the business are more important than ever. And your business and your users expect everything to work perfectly all the time. And so this graph of the modern cloud complexity wall, I like it. It's a different statement, but at some point, usually right around the time when we all develop, the development becomes cloud native and DevOps processes become the norm. This combination of operational complexity causes organizations to hit a wall. And this wall is the old way of doing things, which no longer works, and a different approach is needed to continue the pace of innovation. And this is not a challenge that we can hope will ever go away. Data will keep increasing. And so let's spend a minute on the different approach, on the automated and intelligent platform approach. First, it would gather all the data automatically, no requirement for scripting, configuring, or special tooling, all automatic and continuous, collected from all sources, including leveraging open source telemetry data. And it will need to build in a data repository featuring continuous analytics for context and supporting a massive volume, velocity, and variety of data without any billing surprises. And the platform would automatically organize your data, self-learn relationships, baselines, and patterns. Noise would be suppressed automatically, and only issues impacting services would trigger alerts, and always with precise root cause. Dashboards would come out of the box with built-in reporting engines that are secure and customizable, And finally, it would effortlessly scale to web scale to support more apps, new dynamic, new technology, massive data flow, new baselines, and more. And it's an approach that requires very low effort from your best resources and provides best-in-class observability, immediate time to value, massive scalability. And so this allows your teams, they can focus on speeding innovation and driving better business outcomes. And a simple analogy of what we used to use on the smartphone is an app when you think about DIY tools, a suite of tools. And remember that digital duct tape on the left is really your people trying to struggle to keep it all together. And when they're doing that, they're not transforming your organization. To truly transform faster and easier, your observability solution must be automated and intelligent. And let me explain what that means.